on a quiet island where the sea whispers lullabies to the shore. An old lighthouse keeper named Samuel tends his light each evening. The island is small, barely a mile across, with rocky shores smoothed by centuries of waves and a single winding path that leads from the keeper's cottage to the lighthouse tower. Tonight, as fog rolls in from the ocean like a soft blanket being pulled across the world, Samuel climbs the spiral stairs of his lighthouse. His footsteps echo gently on the iron steps 147 of Tim. He knows by heart he's climbed these stairs every evening for 30 years, and his legs know the rhythm without thinking. At the top, he lights the great lamp, and its beam begins its eternal rotation, sweeping across the dark water. Around and around it goes, steady and sure, a circle of light cutting through the fog. Samuel settles into his favorite worn leather chair, the one positioned perfectly by the window, and pours himself a cup of chamomile tea from his thermos. The steam rises in gentle spirals, carrying the scent of apple and honey. Through the window, he can see nothing but fog and darkness, but he doesn't need to see. He knows the sea is out there. He knows the ships are out there, and he knows his light is guiding them safely past the rocks, safely toward harbor, safely home to the people waiting for them. Samuel thinks about all the nights he's kept this vigil. He remembers the fierce storms when wind howled around the tower and rain lashed the windows like angry fists. He remembers the perfectly still night when the sea was glass and the stars reflected on the water like a second sky. He remembers the night his daughter was born, when he wanted to be at the hospital but knew he could unleave his post, and how his wife understood, how she sent word when the baby arrived, and how he shouted his joy into the wind, knowing somehow she could hear him across the miles. The beam continues its rotation, around and around, light, then shadow, then light again. There's something hypnotic about the rhythm, something ancient and true. Samuel's eyes grow heavy, but he doesn't fight it. This is the magic of the lighthouse. It keeps watch, so he can rest. The light has its own wisdom, its own faithfulness. As he drifts toward sleep, still sitting in his chair with the cold tea forgotten in his hand, Samuel dreams. He dreams of every ship he's ever guided, fishing boats returning with their catch, cargo ships carrying goods from distant lands, sailboats with families on holiday, naval vessels with young sailors far from home. In his dream, he can see all of them at once, a great constellation of ships spread across the ocean, and every single one of them is following his light. The captains wave to him. "Thank you," they call across the waves. "Thank you for being here. Thank you for keeping the light burning." And Samuel waves back, his heart full of quiet satisfaction, the kind that comes from a life spent in service, a life spent being reliable, being constant, being there. Outside the lighthouse, the fog continues to embrace the tower like a gentle hug, muffling all sound except the distant heartbeat of the waves. The beam sweeps on through the night around and around. Faithful and truant, Samuel sleeps in his chair, knowing his light will keep watch while he rests, knowing that when morning comes, the fog will lift, and he'll see the sea sparkling in the sunlight, and somewhere out there, sailors will be safely home because of him. The tea grows cold. The night grows deep. The light keeps turning, and on his small island at the edge of the world, Samuel, the lighthouse keeper, dreams his peaceful dreams, wrapped in purpose, cradled by duty, held by the eternal rhythm of light and shadow. Light and shadow, light and shadow.